Morning, everyone. How you doing today? So, real quick, went to a family wedding yesterday, and I was inspired by James and Jennifer, groom, husband and wife, groom and bride, to kind of put together I don't know, a list of advice that I would give young folks for, starting their lives, their financial lives together, that would take them on a path to financial freedom. Uh, in addition to that, I'm actually recording this video outside. It's a nice day here in I guess it's Upper New York, and hopefully you don't hear the little cicadas. I hear them, but I did a test run and can't hear them very well. But let's give this a shot. So, the first one is you enjoy this time, enjoy the honeymoon. Marriage is special, especially this beginning phase. So don't stress. Go enjoy your honeymoon. Go enjoy being with each other. The new union. You two, look very cute and perfect together. So go enjoy this time. There's no rush to sort of dive into the next 9 of these, but make sure at some point you have these conversations. But again, the honeymoon is a special time, so enjoy it. You only get this once, this feeling. So go enjoy. All right, number two, and I have a list. So number two is discuss your hopes and dreams for finance, family, careers, and so forth. I do get the feeling, talking to some of your parents and your friends and family, that the two of you have been doing this for quite some time. So much respect. But make sure you continue to do this, and others, watching this, for newlyweds, if you haven't had the talk about money, family, careers, make sure you do. I've known some situations where people get surprised at either somebody's vision of the future, or maybe the debt that they're bringing to the table, or whatever that is. Make sure there's no surprises, right? You are going to be together for the rest of your lives. At least that's the plan. So make sure you have those conversations early and often. But also make sure you hit your dreams, right? What do you wish for? What are you driving? And see if you can't bring those two things together for joint goals. Number three is you got a baseline, right? At some point, you need to kind of reassess. You need to take stock of where you are, and really baseline where you are in this journey, right? Everybody starts somewhere. You've already talked about your dreams in step two, but let's baseline where you are, right? You need to understand both the income and debt. What if any assets you have already, but make sure you do those. Understand where you are so you can take those steps, as you'll see going forward. The next thing is big for me. You've seen on this channel is goals. I track them and I share them with you every month. My personal goals. So obviously you would think that goals are important to me. I'd love to see you tackle six month goals and yearly goals out of the gate, right? This first year of marriage, and then as you evolve, maybe in a couple of years it'll be monthly goals. But I think having joint goals that you both are going after, especially financially related goals, if retiring early is truly one of your goals, and travel and the freedom that provides, make sure you give that a shot. Tackle 6 month and yearly goals, whether it's debt pay down or asset understanding or understanding real estate, whatever it happens to be for you, make sure you give that a shot. So, number five, I would suggest you establish a spending limit. Something that I saw my parents do badly was spend money. But more importantly, they often spent money badly at the same time, which just really added a strain to our family life. And sorry, appears to be a helicopter going on overhead, so hopefully you can still hear me. But again, I would suggest establishing a spending limit where neither party spends without the other's knowledge. And I don't know what that would be for you. For some couples, it might be $100. For some, it might be $500. But again, realizing that closing leaks, right? Expenses, I always talk about needs and wants, but closing leaks and getting joint approval on spending is perhaps one of the most misunderstood things couples could do. It's just, again, these are joint goals you've had coming into this step five. So understanding where money is being spent is very important. Number six is, now that you're joining households, right? In theory, whether you're coming from your parents or you had your own entities, you have an opportunity to consolidate. You have the opportunity to simplify. And on this goal to financial independence, for some of you, that might mean selling stuff. I call it raising capital, right? Do you have the ability to let go of some assets or some toys or whatever and regenerate and generate some capital so that you can either save, build that emergency fund, or potentially, if they're big enough assets, invest going forward. So these are often things that aren't looked at, but usually consolidating two households results in duplication and the opportunity to raise capital. Putting them off into a storage unit, just raises expenses. So look for an opportunity to sell some things and raise some capital. Number 7 is decide on your first big goal. Right? What is the first thing you want to do together? Some of you, that could be buying a house. Absolutely. For some of you, that could be buying a rental property. For some of you, it might be paying off your student loans. Whatever that is, whatever this longer journey to financial independence is, I would suggest getting a first big goal. And then first big goal might be 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the line. But once you're on this journey together and you're growing as a couple and you're doing what couples do, get that first big goal, and then know that you always have that North Star. Use that as an anchor for the spending rule that was number 5. But really, find that big goal together and go after it. Number 8 is celebrate together, right? This journey, whether it's 6-month goals, year goals, your first big goal, ultimately financial independence later, is awesome. Something that we did wrong, and I've shared it many times, is we didn't celebrate the little successes. And without having those touchstones that recharge the battery, we were frankly lucky that we could keep going so far, so fast. But I really now wish we would have celebrated a little bit more, whether that was just a dinner to recognize the acquisition of a house, or maybe it was a bottle of wine. It doesn't have to be big, but I would have loved to have a little bit more celebration instead of just keeping your head down and keep going, which was definitely a mistake on our part. Number 9 is talk about money and finance often. Right? It's amazing how little money is talked about, and that's even in relationships, right? Husband and wives, maybe you talk monthly, but it's probably just about bills, right? Did you see the Comcast bill, or did you pay the mortgage, right? But talk about money and investments, and look at your 401ks or your IRAs or whatever those happen to be. Talk about money a lot more frequently so that it's not foreign to your relationship, and then if you happen to have kids, it's not foreign to them. We as adults don't talk about money enough. We think it's taboo. I don't get it, but this is definitely something you have to do. And then the final one, number 10, is you're a team. Stay a team. Support each other. When one's down, pick the other one up. When the other one's down, the other one picks you up. You got to have goals together. You are rowing the same boat or climbing the same mountain or whatever that analogy is. So always stay a team. It's not necessarily you two against the world, but it's definitely you two are going together on this path to financial freedom. So never get ahead of your partner. Always support them. Be with them. Stop if you need to wait for a minute. Stop. Wait. You'll get there together. So again, James and Jennifer, thank you very much for the invitation. It was a blast seeing your friends and family celebrate. Seeing you two together was a lot of fun, and glad we can make it out from California. All right, everybody, have a great day, and let me know what you think of this list. Leave comments below, hit that like button, and of course, please subscribe. And congratulations to any newlyweds watching this video. Take care. Bye.